Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Okay, so I've been doing a little bit of work, and we're back in Roblox now for the next set of videos here coming up. Sorry, storm markers. I know I really like it. We'll see. I might do two more cranes, one for logs and then one for containers, which I think would be pretty sweet. Yeah, but we are in Roblox Studio today. And what we're doing is I've been coding the subway. I'm trying to get the subway finished because it went from spawning it in, letting the player control the subway, and then thinking, man, you know how many problems that's going to cause? A lot. So let's just make it go, excuse me, by itself. So that's what I get for drinking pop just before I start talking. So yeah, so I'm like, let's let it go by itself. So the problem with that is you need two sets of code. I need code in the track to tell the train when to speed up and slow down, and then I need code in the train. So working through all those issues, I think I'm getting there. Right, the train goes down. It slows down now. Which is cool. So see, it comes down the hill and it slows right down. And this is so it doesn't derail when it goes around the corner. Because it was coming in so fast that it was hitting this area right here. It was hitting that so hard that the train was just bouncing. There, see, then it takes off again. It slows down as it rolls into the station. I think there's 4 stations here I need to code. I've coded 2. I've got 2 more left to code here. The first stop is a little bit strange. Right, so now what we're going to do is I need to make doors. I'll put doors on the subway. And when it comes in here and stops, it'll chime, the doors will open. You know, people can get on and off. And then that's that, really. The door's kind of small. I didn't realize that. Finish this, put a window in here, right at the bottom, maybe something. So now I can just finish modeling the subway. Perfect, there we go. So now we've left. So there's 3 scripts on the train. A fast script, a slow script, and a station script. And that's essentially what we're doing is at certain intervals, each script plays, and that does different things on the train. As it slows down again, which is cool, as it comes into the station. Right, that's going to give the players a chance to get on and off. Now there's 2 more stations, but they haven't been the code hasn't been updated to them yet. See, that's... Sometimes it goes. Sometimes it doesn't always go. I don't know why. But... It's set up so that way this script will play over and over again. This script here. And every 40 seconds, it'll make this value true. So in the event that the train gets stuck, the script here is playing. Oh, there you go. See, something's going on here. I'm not sure. So long as it eventually goes, I guess it's all that matters, really. You know, could be the server lagging. I have no idea. Right, so this station hasn't been connected yet, and I think there's one more station after that. The end of the line. So now, once all this is connected, then can start doing other things. Finally. Like I said, it'll be a few more days before we'll be really ready. I thought I was going to be ready to code, but no, it's going to be a few more days before we're really ready to code. I guess is the reality. So we'll copy that. This script here tells the train to slow down, and it activates the station script. So the next station in the link is here. No. Is here. Alright, so we will do this, slow the train down here. Alrighty, and then I need... Oh, looks like I haven't finished this station yet. What's going on? Oh, I see. This one needs to be... Oh, I wonder if this one's the same then. Ah! That's the last one. Okay, so what's the side? Right, it's this one here. Uh-oh. This one's been done. That's funny. I wonder why I missed that one. Let's see. Did I do that in this one too? No, this one's been complete. Anyways. I guess there's been a couple of different designs. I'm getting distracted here. So basically what I've done now is the subway is automated. So what I need to do is just finish adding the code for these two final stations, and we'll be good. And I think this is the end of the line here. Yeah, this is the end of the line here. extend to there. It's still totally not safe down here. It's hilarious. Alright, so that should extend to there, should extend to there. That should extend to there. That platform can extend to there. Alright, that should be alright. So now I just have to go through again and add to the final touches. So this train is going to stop here. And then we need another block about here. So what we have is a block that tells the train to slow down, a block that tells the train what to do while it's in the station, and then a block that tells the train what to do once it's left the station. That's all. That's essentially all this is. Essentially all this is. So that's what I'm setting up now. Each individual block. And then I'll add the code. Right after, then we'll be able to ride the subway all the way from one station all the way to the end of the line on one side of the tracks, which would be cool. Then on my own, later on, shouldn't take too long, what I'll do is I can update it so that way I can update it. Alright, so this one here, when it leaves the station, yeah, I think this is going to be really neat. And we'll take this one here, make this one yellow. So I'm just making them different colors so that way I know where the code is. If there's any issue, if there's any alignment issues, right? And then what the other things that we can do, once we have these individual blocks down for the code, is all right, I think that's it, is we can start doing other things with the train, right? We can add, like, for example, if we want the train to make a braking sound when it slows down, stuff like that, we can just go along the track, add that in if we want sparks, whatever. We can do some really cool stuff. All right, so this is the slowdown script we're adding. Looks like this one's already got it. It's that one there. So what it does is it tells the train to slow down, and then it activates another script. All right, and that second script tells the train to stop. Oh, it's auto-saving. When the train is in the station. And then once the train is stopped in the station, it tells the train to activate another script. And that other script tells the train to go. That's this block here. This one doesn't have the code in it. And then the last block there, once we've left the station, just checks to make sure that all the variables are the way we want them to be. And then what I'm doing is I'm also using a true and a false value to help the code. So that way the only way the code will run is when the value is true. It won't run when so the train hits the button, it makes the value true, it activates the code. Probably the best way you can do it. But there's a problem there somewhere. As you saw, it just sits in the station. I don't know why. I suspect it has to do with when the train comes in and it hits the block. It's probably hitting the block a couple of times, and what that's doing is it's causing the code to run twice, or 3 times, or 4 times, and that's why it's just kind of hanging out there, I think. So there's still a little bit. That's all the troubleshooting and the whatever, right? Um, but essentially, what we're doing here is we're trying to draw the infrastructure still. I honestly didn't think it was going to take this long for rail. I thought, man, we'll just put the train in, it'll go, and then I'm like, man, oh man. So yeah, there's still quite a bit. There's still quite a bit. So then the train accelerates, then it hits that block there and it disappears. All right, let's save this. Then let's get in our train and let's go. All right. These silly things. They are. All right. Hopefully we can successfully get from here to the end of the line. If it works, I'll troubleshoot it, and then what I can do is I'll set up the other train to go the opposite direction, and then I can set up the other 2 lines that are totally underground on the other side of the city, and the subway is in. Yeah. That's cool. I mean, there's still a lot to do. The train itself needs to be completed as a model. I need lights and stuff for the crossing there. We'll get it. Yeah, so it comes in and it slows down, and then now what I need to do is I need to work on the freight train. Is try and get the freight train going so that way it is smooth like this. It's reasonably smooth, but I just want to hash it out and make sure that it runs all right. Right, we'll need the name of the station too. It'll come up. There's a lot graphically. There's still quite a bit that needs to be completed here. However, what we're doing is very, very important, and if we can get this out of the way, we'll have something decent. That's what I mean. It's easy to lose yourself and get ahead, and and you're thinking, I really want to finish this, I really want to finish that. But if you do these little things now, you're going to save so much time in the long run. Just takes off. So there should be a delay there, obviously. Right, then we have one on the other side going in the other direction. I think that'd be sweet. I like it. Cool. So now we have a functioning subway. Now the player is able to get from one end of the city to the other. This is really important. What it does is it allows us to give missions, you know, which the player, right? We can now make all this stuff relative in our game. It's cool. This is really cool. So I think this is the last station. Oh, there's one more after this, I think. Neat. And this was a pain to build. Don't kid yourself. This was a real pain to build. This is the last station here. Should have waited a little bit longer than that. Yeah, see, then it just disappears. So big. It's so big. There we go. Now where are we? In the city somewhere? By the beach? Oh, that's cool. Right? We come up in the city. Yeah, nice. And the other thing that I need to do is I'm going to make some of these stores here that we'll be able to go into. Just little corner stores and all that kind of fun little stuff to explore around. Again, there are a couple spots where you can fall through the map. It is what it is. I don't know. These triangles came in and they're just glitched. I don't know. I'll have to remake them. That's cool. So yeah, so I'm not too sure what kind of game, what kind of city game it's going to be yet. There's going to be things to do, but I haven't really thought of a final concept quite just yet. These big stairs. Holy cow. Scale on this is just a little large. But it was scaled for vehicles. You know, it's not really, I mean, it's huge, but it's scaled for vehicles. Right, the vehicles are massive. Nice. That's that. Look, we're in the middle of a city somewhere. Look, see through the map. Don't want to fall through there. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what this is going to be. This is the downtown depot of something. We'll have to see. I'll have to see. But that's that. Should be lots to explore. Okay. Cool. Well, anyways, thank you so much for watching. The subway works. One track. So now we get the rest of it working. Then we'll have to set up a system that respawns it after it despawns. Maybe this is a situation where we set up a script that searches through the workspace for the name of the vehicle, and if it's not there, it'll respawn it in a position. We could do that in this case. That would be really good. And then what we also want to do is we want to make sure that, so moving forward, working with the game, so you're going to be like working for the city in a sense. And so we'll have to have a way to despawn the train, right? Something like that. I got to think of something like that. I don't know, sort of a few thoughts. But now that the train is in, I don't know if we want to have like a maintenance road which goes beside the train, or if I just want to have, if I wanted to design a truck that can come over here onto the tracks maybe, and have a couple of wheels that it just sticks down into the track and drives. That might be something to look at. But that is going to have to be in another video for another day. So once again, thank you. Thank you. It's coming along. Yeah, the subway is in now. Like I said, it's coming along. The big journey is going to be this over here. I have an idea for that. I don't think it's going to be a big city like this. It's going to be something a little bit different. But we'll work with it. Yeah, so then we have our player depot here. This is kind of our city depot here. And we'll get our missions downtown. Yeah, that's going to be neat. So that's going to be in the next video. Thank you so much.